Hi, I'm Ricky. I'm a stepmom without children. And this is Nina.
Hi.
Today is our season finale. Hashtag season finale. Here we are. We're going to do some recapping of some iconic things that happened on the show. We have some other just like personal things to talk about. And let's talk about the summer. And most importantly, bear versus a random man.
Oh my God. I'm
Took
going
the
to recap
internet
with
by
our
storm.
Nina.
Okay, so we have a lot to get to, but I have a surprise for the listener and a surprise for the Nina. We have another guest.
Shut up, who?
She is the best because she just unmuted herself.
Is it Aisha? I'll
She
kill
knows
myself.
what's about to happen.
I knew it! Aisha!
Hey! Hi,
oh my God,
cutie.
bitch!
Hi. So I wanted to bring Aisha on because she's a super fan.
Mm-hmm.
She's listened to all of our episodes, and she's the missing link between me and Nina as part of the family. Like this is the other threesome that you didn't know you needed.
Literally.
Aisha, Nina, and Ricky. So we're here. So let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about what's going on. And what is going on right now is if you had a daughter and she was stuck in the woods, would you like for her to be the way that I'm physically animated and you guys can't see me right now? It's hurting my heart. If you had a daughter who was in the woods, stuck in the woods, would you prefer that she be with a bear or a random man?
What?
We don't know anything about this man. We don't know anything about this bear. It could be a baby. We don't know. But this question was posted on the internet weeks ago, and the internet is up in arms over it.
I'm too.
So Aisha, you're in Mexico. Have you heard this? Has this reached Baja California?
I mean, thanks for putting me out there. Hi, I'm in Mexico. So in Cabo, I use a VPN. Therefore, I'm on US TikTok very, very much.
So you've seen it?
I have not. But I have other questions, other things I've seen. I'm wondering what your algorithm is doing that it's feeling like your daughter's in the woods and stuff.
I'm dead because Nina, who is, I feel like on the same internet as me, has not heard this until I told her.
Literally no idea. And then when you sent it to me earlier, I have so many opinions on this question and on this thing.
I have, yep.
So if you want me to go, I'll go.
Okay, so gun to your head. What's your quick answer, Nina?
Oh,
quick answer. Oh, there's so much.
So many opinions, just not the answer.
So many opinions about, like, yes, the answer, a random man or a bear.
Gun to your head, bro. You're already dead. Are you kidding?
Ew. I know. I'm gonna go with a man, actually.
Oh, Aisha, gun to your head. Go. One,
she is
2,
not
3.
in the woods. She is not, honey. Okay, my daughter is not trapped in the woods.
She said that's your first problem.
That's the first problem here. We create our reality. So I wouldn't even play with this game because what you play with can become real. So hell no, my daughter is not in the woods with none of that. If she's in the woods with mommy and she has a basket of flowers and berries.
Where she got those flowers from? The side of the highye?
Pick them together. What? No, these woods are not in the highway. These woods are like by our like beachside cabin.
Gun to your head, a bear or a man?
Well, how about you, Erica? Let's see. So gun to
a bear.
Ew, why? Is it a cub?
No, so let me wait. I'm interjecting because this is what this is. And Aisha, I know you will get me on this.
Your face.
This question was asked by someone. I don't know who where this originated or who did what.
The first time I saw it, it was on the page called Feminists United.
Okay.
We have so many questions now.
Here's my thing.
What are you doing to me?
And I consider myself very much, I'm a girl's girl. I'm for the gays and for the girls.
Okay.
But
she said, okay.
I am not into the we hate men.
Oh, I am.
Deal. No, I am not, because that's fucking stupid. And it's stupid because don't complain about men and then you're out here always trying to get you a man.
Okay, so that's
you're kind of shooing them away by hating them. No.
I don't give a fuck because I'm not trying to give any man any kind of validation. So
No, same.
that's where
However,
I am. Like, don't laugh at
here's
his
the question.
jokes.
This question is, I get it, like it's funny, but this question is
Laugh,
asked.
ha ha, funny.
Teresa, this question was asked just so women or whoever could be like, yeah, fuck man, I'd rather my girl get eaten by a bear. And I think it's stupid because, first of all, and I read the thing, it's like a bear is not going to kidnap me. A bear is not going to hit me, then show up at Christmas.
I mean, that's not the original. That's just, like that's the one that I love the most.
Aisha, just for reference, people are out here saying bear because a bear could never break their heart. And it's really
okay, a bitch does not give a flying fuck about breaking a heart. What we care about is we don't know a man. We don't know a man's intentions. And when a man is desperate, he can do desperate things.
I'll tell you what a bear's intention is to fucking kill your ass.
Bears don't eat people. They will attack people and eat them. Yes.
So
agreed.
I'm thinking of how like what we say sometimes projects like what we've been through,
Mm-hmm.
or where our head is at. I'm wondering if anyone there was like, oh, like a little cub, or like, oh, great, like a really awesome like dad figure, I'm wondering because this all sounds like the worst case scenario.
God, Danny Tanner's in the woods with me. That's so great.
Literally. Yeah. It sounds like someone who got their feelings hurt by a man asked this question, and I get it. And I'm not sitting here like sticking up for men like that. I have been hurt in every single way a man can hurt you by a man. So I'm not about to be like, yeah, men forever, but I'm also not going to sit here and pretend that I hate other men just because, and that I'd rather. No, that's stupid.
I feel like I should have done some research on the notes you sent me, Eric. I'm sorry. I'm not ready.
She wasn't ready. So enough of that. This weekend, the opening weekend of this episode, is Mother's Day weekend.
Oh my God, all the mamas and the mamas, happy birthday.
And so happy Mother's Day to
happy birthday, mothers.
Happy Mother's Day to Nina, her first Mother's Day with her little Pilu.
Thanks.
So I'm going to a birthday party this weekend.
Yay.
For Isla, my grandbaby. She's turning 3 on Saturday. So she's so fucking cute. Her soft little baby.
They're like my neighbors, Lucky.
She's delicious.
Right? And she's so cute, and I'm so excited. It's a luau theme, a Hawaiian theme. So I got Matt and Ryan like Hawaiian shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so cute. Ryan's has Batman surfing. I'll send you a picture. I'll post this on my story on Friday for when everybody listens. It's a Batman surfing, and he's wearing surf shorts like over his outfit, and it's so cute. And the weird thing, the reason why I'm bringing this up, because obviously, yes, we love Isla, but this is Stepmoms Without Children, and we do love a drama storyline. And guess who else is going to be at this birthday party?
Stop it. No.
Yes.
Double hockey sticks?
Yeah. Ryan's mom is going to be at this birthday party. Essentially, Isla's other step-grandma is going to be there with her husband, I'm sure, and his kids, maybe. I don't know.
Cute.
What if we have Jim on the podcast?
I mean, he is a step-parent. So this is Ryan's stepdad. Like, what if we have even Ryan's mom? What if?
That's what I'm saying. Yes, that would be an episode.
That would be so weird. So it wouldn't be about her and I's relationship. It would be about her relationship with her stepkids and their family.
The first pair of step parents that I remember seeing ever that got along and had like a good time together. Do you remember Demi Moore and Bruce Willis?
Yes.
Co-parenting. That's when I started realizing, wait, so y'all can get along and like do a whole blended family thing?
Oh my God. And Ashton Kutcher can just like come to Thanksgiving.
Really? Yeah. So
remember they were married?
They were. Yeah. I wonder what happened for real.
Right? Well, no, because they got divorced.
No, I wonder why Ashton and Demi like did the splits, I wonder what really happened.
Not did the splits. They landed the splits. Mm-hmm. Another thing that's going on right now, just because like, and this will come up a little bit later, like with this summer, I had what's it called? An intention for January 1st, my vibe for January. One of my intentions for the new year was to eat meals like with intention, like have stronger
Mindfully.
intentions with food, mindful. And so Nina's doing something called Whole30.
Yes, she is.
And so I just don't have the mental capacity to plan my meals when you invited me to do it with you this past week. So, but you're 3 days in. How are we doing?
Oh my God. I have to be honest with you. It's very easy.
What?
It's not a meal planning thing because we all already meal plan. It's not meal planning. It's just not
you meal plan. I do not. I go food shopping and I hope for the best, but it's like you buy a chicken thigh, you buy some ground turkey, you buy a salmon fillet. Like I just, I have the things that I buy.
But that's exactly what I did for this. I had the sheet of meal ideas that someone posted who had done Whole30 before, but I didn't go into it like, okay, I'm going to make this and this and this. I just went to the store and said, okay, the only things that I am allowed to eat are meat, vegetables, fruit, nuts, seeds, and various types of liquids that don't have any sugar, artificial, anything. It's just eating whole foods. So I went to the store, bought everything that I normally buy, a little bit more than I normally buy, and I didn't buy the normal dairy.
You didn't buy the Cheez-Its and the this and the that and the processed.
Is it sort of like paleo? You remember how paleo it was supposed to be?
Kind of like paleo, except this is only for 30 days. However, this is very sustainable. I don't feel deprived in this, but it's because I sound like a fucking asshole. No, this is how I normally eat, with the exception of I do eat dairy. I don't have an issue with dairy.
It sounds like an awesome thing. I saw what you sent. You showed us like some of the ingredients you could use, and it sounds super nourishing, super
It's literally just imagine you live on a farm without dairy, and that's it. It's just fruit, vegetables, meats. It's just whole
just
food.
Nothing that comes in a package except for like a rice.
Yeah, it sounds like
there's no grains.
It sounds great. It sounds doable. It sounds great. It sounds like you might be even like detoxing without realizing.
You are, because the things that you eliminate are things that you don't even think, like you can't have any additives, you can't have any sugar, you can't have any of that stuff, but you can have fruit and cacao and raisins, and you can have dates and very natural thing. And it's so funny because and I started this 2 days before I got my period, which was risky because I am a chocolate girl. I do not feel deprived at all, and I haven't done something like this in a really long time.
Yeah, you are like the queen of doing a challenge.
I really love a challenge.
Melanie loves a challenge too.
She does.
Yeah,
I think Melanie would have done it with me had she not been pregnant.
Had she not been 7 months pregnant, she totally would have been on board. So I would like to do this summer at some point.
I will totally do it with you.
The 30?
Yeah, doing the Whole30, because it just takes like planning to buy the right groceries. You know what I mean? I don't plan at all on meal planning and like looking at recipes. I'm just gonna buy the things that I'm supposed to buy and not buy the things I'm not supposed to buy.
And that's exactly what I did. I did not take any meal thing with me and say, okay, I need this for this meal. I literally went, stocked up on, I already had chicken and beef in my freezer. So I went and I stocked up on fish, and I literally tore up the produce.
I saw that.
Really go.
You guys, Nina, I don't know if you guys are following Nina, but Nina posts every time she gets groceries.
I do.
And every meal of the day. And it's just so beautiful to see. And I did notice you were giving Lent. You were giving fishmonger. You were giving pescatarian.
It's fun. Lee, my husband, is doing it with me. And it's funny, he's on day 1 or 2. He started a day late because he had a business trip in New York and was gone all day and didn't.
Hold on. This is the first I'm hearing of this. I'm sorry. What happened?
Casually, he just dropped it. Business trip in New York. He's just flying first class. It's so annoying.
No, but he drove up. He drove up to MetLife. He drove up to MetLife Stadium for like a lighting.
No, wait. Bravo, Lee. Lee, you hearing this? I'm proud of you.
Proud of you. We made it. We go on business trip.
We made it. Yeah, no, him and his
Mom, I made
had a conference at MetLife Stadium.
What? All
that
you just said sounds so just amazing. I'm so happy.
I know.
We're grown-ups.
We are.
We really
it's
are.
weird.
Becky said something the other day. because, you know, I go through a midlife crisis every other week and an identity crisis frequently. Becky's also on a cruise right now in the Caribbean.
Everyone's living their best.
I don't know if she didn't get the Wi-Fi package, but I have no access to her.
Are you freaking out?
I like text her. I'm like, it's 11 a.m. and I'm thinking of you. Hope you're having a great time. She said something. You know how people say, like, you have an old soul?
Yes.
Yeah.
She says I have a very young spirit.
You do.
And I just think it's funny because when I was a teenager, people would say to me, all like my teachers, and I remember my cousin Lee, they would say, oh, you're so mature for your age. You have such an old soul.
And then now it's like you have such a young spirit. It's like, how do I, what am
like,
I?
have I ever aged?
It's super confusing to if you're having the crises. And at the same time, on top of that, you're trying to get these social cues from what people are telling you. And what they're telling you is so contradictory to what you grew up listening to. That could be really confusing. What do you think you have?
I just think it's like a crisis of age. I just don't understand how I am in my 30s. Like, how did that happen? I remember when my mom told me she was 28 years old, and I was like, wow, you're old.
That's so true.
Right.
Yes.
So, like, I remember when my parents were my age, and I'm like, no.
And now
like, even Matt's birthday is on Friday. When this episode comes out, it's Matt's birthday.
Happy birthday, Marco.
The cutie.
What does Lisa call him? Happy birthday, Mark.
Yep.
Mark. What?
You just called him Marco.
Yeah, but then I meant to say Mateo.
You were talking to your husband?
So you did the Spanish version of what Lisa does.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what I thought. I was like, wow, I told her that. I told her that Lisa calls him Mark. Lisa's our aunt, and she's so funny, and I'm gonna see her. So I think that I don't understand how I can be this old. I don't feel super accomplished. I feel like I'm just living to get through the day. Oof. And not living for a purpose. And that's something I'm going to work on this summer, but we'll talk about that a little later. So let's just real quick get into the season finale stuff with this podcast. Episode 20.
20!
Hello? Can you believe 20?
No.
Erica, you stuck to it, girl. You literally every week have been like, boom, boom, thinking about it, topics, bringing people in, producing, editing. That's a lot. And
it is a lot.
Not dropped it. Is there anything else in your life that you have been that consistent with?
No, because I quit this podcast like 5 or 6 times already.
What?
Like, there were weeks that we just like went weeks without even putting up a show. And that's because I mentally quit. And I was like, no, I'm just going to silently, I'm going to do the Irish goodbye.
Bye-bye. What would help you come back? Like, how would you do that in your mind to be like, we're going to go back?
Somebody would listen to it and be like, oh my God, I listened to your podcast. Or somebody would share the podcast, or somebody would comment or slide in my DMs, or like where I would look at the metrics and see like the analytics. I would see that like there's, you know, a burst of people that just listened, or there's one person in whatever country that just listened to, you know, 3 episodes. And so that's what happened.
So it would just motivate you. It's gratifying to realize, like, wait, it does.
People actually
they like
listen. They like me. They really like me.
That's great. That's super cute. So it does take a tribe. Like, as long as everyone is helping you out and making sure that, you know, you're feeling motivated and that you're feeling supported, you're going to come in here and continue the show.
You know, listen, Aisha, there's a reason why I had you on the show, and you just said that so beautifully. And I was just going to say I thrive off of compliments. But
that makes sense. For everybody has a different motivation, you know, for everything that they do. For some people, like, that's why for some people, maybe it's hard to stick to a diet, for example. Right. Because maybe their motivation is rooted in something that's like really, it's just something that's not deeper for them. But with you, this whole being validated by others, that's actually really deep, because that comes from when we're really little. Like, we always want our parents to be proud of us. We always want our friends to like us. It's something that we shouldn't care so much about, but truthfully, everyone cares. Nobody.
Listen, we're here and we're doing it, and we're just going to be honest about it.
Nobody wants to be the ugly duckling in the room. Nobody wants to be rejected. And it sucks when you're really going to do something and no one supports it or no one checks it out or no one likes it. It's really easy to drop it.
Yeah.
But for you, it sounds like, you know, you got really great reviews. People really liked it. And so you were like, you know what? It is worth it. You know, that's going to get me through those days when I feel tired or when I don't want to go. That's awesome. Okay.
It speaks to things that you've brought up before about what you've gone through or how you feel mentally on the podcast, or, you know, validation is a huge thing, or feeling like you had to be like, oh, no one worries about me because you had to grow up fast and you were very responsible, very young. And now, since you've been responsible for so long and you're set and you're stable, you're like, well, I want to be young now.
Yeah. You grew up really fast. Not grew up fast, guys. Don't think it's like she grew up fast, like she was out in these streets. She grew up fast. And get it. She grew up fast as in like she was super responsible and just handling adult things. She was
literally.
Me. Mind you, I'm way older than you. And I remember being 18 or 19 in your car. No, I was like 22 or 21.
Yeah, because I didn't drive until I was 18.
Okay, the fact that you had a car and I was in your car. I was older. I mean, already. And then you were in there already working a job, like a corporate job, and you were giving me advice.
And she had a house.
What?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. You even had a dog, and your dog did not die.
Well, after I left, it did.
And you made sure that the dog was running, the car was running, the bills were paid. How? Honey, I was such a mess at that age. I'm so proud of you. So yes, you kept this podcast going. I'm not surprised.
And that's when you say like you haven't accomplished anything. I'm like, bitch, you bought 2 houses.
Hello.
Multiple cars. Like, what are you talking about?
Listen, mira, coño, sit down. We're going to talk to you for a second here. Congratulations. This is huge. Okay. And it's so inspiring because it really helps all of us, you know, see like, wait, it can be done. You just have to be consistent. That's also how I feel about Nina with just her journey in general. Yep. I see her and I'm just so proud and I'm like, wow. So just consistency is the everything. And love.
Everything.
Oh,
everything. So real quick, thank you for that love fest. I'm flattered and embarrassed at the same time. So let's get into some statistics. I come from sales, and in sales, you care about the numbers. What do the numbers say?
Oh, call center. I'm here again.
She's like, oh, cool. We're back at work. Everybody punch in. Punch in. Come on. Gather around with that girl.
Hold it.
So we mentioned like having listeners from other countries. And there's so many. We're thankful for Aisha because 2% of our listeners are from Mexico. And
I don't know.
Thank you, Aisha. So that's you. And then the next, so obviously the United States is like 95% or something. And then 2% is Mexico, which we all know is Aisha. And then there's a 1%.
Canceled.
Aisha and I are culturally making the wrong sounds because you're like from Mexico. We're like, la, 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 like we're from Turkey.
Literally, that's
I'm
Turkish.
trying so hard to be
Mediterranean.
That's Turkish.
Whatever. And all of them. I feel like every single one of those wrong.
That's for Romania, which is the next country on the list. So I've dug into who's listening and from where in an obsessive way. And so I have followed that our Romanian listener has listened to a majority of our episodes.
We love you, Romania!
So we love that for Romania. I mean, it could be a white girl that is like working there for her
Can you
job.
imagine? It's a girl from LA. I'm traveling abroad.
Yeah.
I also thought that too. I was like, watch, it's an American person that just has like a weird internet, like how they do on like Law and Order. It's like looped into here and here and here and here. A quick shout out to our Romanian listener. I'm sure there's one of you.
Romania.
And we love you. We're in other countries. We're in Canada. We're in Kenya. We're in Australia. We're in the UK. We're in Ireland. We're in.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that wild? Like, who are you?
Literally, I'm like, somebody must be stealing internet from overseas because it's.
Oh wait, like what are they? What's attracting them to the show? Not, of course, not surprised.
Why would they ever
possibly be the content?
Kenya, Australia, like it's literally all across the globe. Romania. I want to know What is bringing them on the show?
Why are you
Like, what
here?
are they relating to? Or are they thinking,
Did they click the wrong button?
No. This is so cool. Can you ask them? Can you get them?
I'm asking them now. You guys slide in my DMs on Instagram. Stepmoms Without Children is where to find me. Anyways, moving on. Our most popular episodes. Definitely the first one and the second one, because I think that when someone listens to the first one, they just listen to the second one. That's kind of what Spotify suggests for you. So the first two are popular. Girls' Day, which is my episode that I did with Ashley Starr. She's my childhood friend, and Becky was on this.
That's a really fun episode.
That one blew up immediately.
What?
Yeah, it has on Apple. It has over 1,000 plays. Like just that episode. So thank you, Ashley Starr. We love.
Thank you, Ashley.
Love it. Also, Elaine's episode, Nina, your mom.
Listen, that episode gave advice. That episode.
Yeah, that was a good episode. Good job, Mom.
Good job,
Elena. It made me feel like, wait, so I loved when she was like, oh, starting off later in life, everything that's really great in my life was a little late. Yeah. And that just gave me so much comfort to hear
Honestly. Yeah. So that episode was number 2 almost immediately when it came out. So we love that. Nina's episode is always right behind Elaine's episode. So thank you, Nina. Nyla's episode on Apple Music is really popular.
I love Nyla's episode. Love.
I feel like Nyla probably got 200 of the guys listen to it and like her 200.
Right. And then Step's Zaddy Without Children, my friend Mike, Matt's friend from his podcast, the one with the hair. His episode is also very popular. His is popular on Spotify. And so we love that.
This is so cool.
Right. I just love the numbers. An episode that has the most retention. So retention is people listened to most of the episode. There are no episodes that have 100% retention.
That is a lie.
Well, there are people that listen to the end, but not everybody listens all the way to the end.
But it counts that even if you opt out like a 0.5 seconds before it ends.
No, I listen from the beginning all the way to the end. I let it play as I'm working, and I definitely hear all of it. So that is a big old lie.
Well, no, you do, and Nina does, and I'm sure other people do, but there are other people that are listening that don't listen to the whole thing, is what I'm saying. And so the episode that has the most retention, 88% of this episode is listened to. For a while, it was 100%. I watched it closely because I'm self-centered. But Stepmom Spills Tea, which is the episode I did by myself. That was
also an awesome episode. Yeah.
I posted on Instagram today just to get people's favorite moments of the podcast. So many can openers. Everybody loves the can opener story of this lady using my can opener and never giving it back.
Rude.
So rude.
Isn't that my can opener?
No, we both had this. No, we both had the same can opener in our apartment, and it was the white one.
That would be.
That's right. Because I have the light blue.
Yeah, yours was.
No, you should have played along with it. That would have been phenomenal. Wait, so
now Nina has beef
that you burned her about was actually not even yours to begin with. Okay, host.
An episode that was surprisingly quick, like Elaine's was quick. I don't want to say viral, in the very, very small scale, viral. Elaine's episode and Nina's episode, Nyla's episode. They're popular people. They have a big reach. But there was an episode called Did You Watch That? And it was just me and Becky coming back from a hiatus of 2 or 3 weeks and throwing together an episode of shows that we were super into and things that we were watching. And that episode blew the fuck up. And I was like,
it's a fun conversation to have because it's fun to talk about because you don't know what people watch and what they don't watch. You and I are so not the same TV person besides Housewives.
Literally, we don't even understand or have heard of the shows that each other watches besides Housewives.
Even though your show is supposed to be just about step people, step family members, step stuff, you always bring in pop culture and you'll bring in humor and you'll talk with people and talk about different things regarding lifestyles, and that helps everybody feel connected to the show, even if they don't have a stepchild.
I think that for season 2, one of the questions that I want to make part of the regular rotation is what's your morning routine?
Yeah.
It's because Dax has asked it a number of times on a lot of the episodes of Armchair Expert, which is my favorite podcast. And I love it. A bedtime routine or a morning routine. I love to hear it because it just shows how different all of us are. And so in the same vein.
A routine.
Right.
Routine makes me wet. I love a routine.
I did have a thing here for the most comments because on Spotify, I always ask a question or leave a poll. And so I was going to shout out the episode that has the most feedback on that. But there are so many that have the same amount of comments. So I don't have that. But I will say that 6 people answered our poll question about which earrings I should get. And I don't even know that I announced it, but Santa Claus, aka my mom, got me gold spheres, and I wear them every single day. I never take them out. And thank you for the listeners to that poll question because it's what Santa Claus ended up buying me. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you, Liz.
I'm gonna do a poll if I should get $1 million as a gift or $2 million.
And see what Santa Claus gives you.
See what Santa Claus brings me.
And then just personal favorite episode is a recent one, Matt's origin story.
Yes.
There were so many little tickles in there.
So many little tickles.
I loved it. I loved hearing him talk. He will tell you that I've bulldozed over him. I don't know if that's right, but I love hearing the story. I love telling the stories. I loved that funeral so much. I love that we were planning our funerals. I got a lot of feedback from people that I haven't talked to in a really long time that were commenting on that episode and how funny it was. And so that has sparked me being on my husband's podcast. This is going to be the 2nd week in a row that I'm filling in on his podcast, and he is so tickled.
Really?
Yeah.
So
virus?
Yes, on the Media Virus podcast. Last week, I read the news. In the first segment, there's 3 segments. It comes out 1, 2, 3, or ABC.
You have such a good voice for that. So milky. You brought the perfect balance to the podcast.
I think so. And there was just a lot of funny things that happened. Genuinely, I was that was a good one. Yes. So if anyone wants to listen to the Media Virus podcast, listen to specifically, if you're looking for me, the episode that aired on May 1st, or maybe it was May 3rd. I read the news. I want to hear from you guys. Do we have favorite moments, favorite episodes? What's the tea?
So Nyla's episode, I absolutely loved. I love
100%.
listening to Nyla talk, especially talk to you or one of us. It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Your episode with Matt, they were both great. Matt's origin story was fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That was so fun to listen to. Banter is not the word I'm looking for because it wasn't banter, but it was very
rhythm.
Nice, rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Rhythm is a flirty word, and me and Matt had so much rhythm.
Such rhythm. Not to be cocky, but I loved my episode. Not because of that.
No, it was so funny.
But it was so fun to do, and it was just fun to be there. So that.
But it was very you were postpartum, and so you didn't have.
Oh my God! Literally, it felt like a social outing, is what it felt like.
Oh,
it was your thing. It was something that was just for you and wasn't for the family or for the baby. But on that one, we had one of my favorite moments, and that's going off on J-Lo.
Oh,
this bitch.
Can I tell you something crazy?
Obviously,
I watched the show she put. And I watched the documentary about said show. This is me now.
Mm-hmm.
People love to hate things. I don't love to hate things.
Mm-hmm.
I did not hate it. I actually thought it was adorable. And I felt, and listen, for all I know, she has it all calculated and I'm going to confront every rumor that's been put out about me. Because that's the thing. Everyone has always said about, besides her not being able to speak Spanish well, according to the public.
The internet.
The thing that people always have against J-Lo is that she's such a hot mess with love, and she never can stick with a guy. She can never be single, all these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
She confronts all of it. And she says, she's like, guys, I know how I look. I know I look fucking stupid. And yeah, I don't feel worthy. So I search for myself and other people. I know, I'm aware. It's embarrassing. And I was like, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Hello.
Go with the flow.
Very much enjoyed watching it. I didn't think I would enjoy it that much, but I did, and I did not hate it the way that people on TikTok loved to hate it. But also, people are such fucking bandwagoners that they're like, yeah, I hate it too. It's like, no, you didn't.
Can we just talk about? I miss Becky.
Oh my god,
not because she's on her cruise, but like I miss her on the show.
I love a Becky on the show. I know she doesn't like being recorded, but like, girlfriend, hello.
Yeah, I miss Becky because like also like she will do the research and know about things where I won't. So I might know something, but I don't know like the real, like I know the headline, I don't know the guts.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so good at explaining the guts to me in like a way that makes me care about the guts.
One of my favorite episodes is the very first one. It's when you and Becky were together. It was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was so refreshing, and you guys were being so silly and light, and you sounded giddy and excited.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I had just discovered like this really cool secret underground, like cool girls club. So
does Becky know she's funny?
I think so.
Because she's funny and she's fun to talk to. So if she doesn't know that, I hope she does now.
Well, Beck, you heard? She said that.
Yeah. Becky's birthday episode also was one that I personally really enjoyed.
Oh, the way I love a birthday, and apparently I love a podcast birthday. Are you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
That's my jam. I love a showering of people.
You really do. It's so cute.
Yummy. Other things that I know that I love because of this podcast, and I guess Becky said it like in the opening line. You love an origin story, is what she said.
You do.
And it's just funny. Like, I love having friends that are going to tell you, not like tell you about yourself, like in a, malicious way, but like give me insight on things that they noticed that I am like. I didn't know I loved an origin story. I thought it was just like, I love a context, but I fucking love an origin story.
You love
to have each, like every corner of the box cleared and checked.
I know. I hate that about me. What were you going to say, Aisha?
You've always been into journalism. You've always been into just writing. Do you remember when you used to do the whole interviewing the wrestlers?
Oh, boy, do I. We were talking about it on WrestleMania. I used to work for like wrestling websites and like would like write articles and interview wrestlers on like this, at the time it was called internet radio.
You're like 16?
How old are you?
16, 17?
Like 15 to 17, maybe even 14, like freshman year.
You were so good. You also taught me about overusing metaphors back then, and I'll never forget. I was like, look at my poetry. And you were like, you love a metaphor. And I was like, do I? You did. And I started reading through my poetry, and I was like, oh, I do overuse those. But thanks to that, it influenced me to change that and then see other ways to get across what I'm trying to say.
Well, I stole that from Mr. Woodward, Timothy Woodward, my 10th grade English teacher, who now I think like writes trivia questions for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
What?
I know. I should get him on the show for season 2, right?
We should, yes. Wait, but then so he told you that he said something about metaphors?
Yeah, I don't remember what I wrote, but I remember he said like, say what you mean. Like, don't.
Ooh, yep.
You know what I mean? Like, don't like say things so that people understand, because some people won't understand. Like, even like when people use like sports metaphors and like, I of course can't think of one right now, but like people use so many things that it comes from like sports, or it comes from like construction or like manly things. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's a good thing actually about your show. So another thing that I think works on this show is that there are a lot of inside jokes and inside moments. And there's, obviously right now you're at a point where in the show you have everyone you know. I'm imagining you like in the future with people that you actually don't know.
Right.
You have all these guests that you're really getting to know them, whether it's your listeners or whether it's, anyway. The great thing is that even though you're going deep diving into a story or an anecdote, and you're going into sharing all these jokes with each other, you then say, guys, so one time, and then you'll like let us know what you guys are laughing about, what you're talking about. Because there's nothing more awkward than you being the third wheel.
Oh my God, I died.
Yeah. And so you don't make us feel like that third wheel. We feel like we're in the back seat watching you guys, but at the same time, it's kind of like every now and then you're like, hey, so you'll turn around and like bring me along.
So one thing that's my favorite, just to bring it back to stepmoms and step parenting and families, is sometimes I have guests, usually the boy ones, and even my cousin Mill, like they don't think of the things that I've thought of. And it could be because I'm petty. It could be because they're the things that I experienced. So I want to see if other people have experienced. I did mention one time that I'm in like a support group for step parents on Facebook. And so I peek in there and see what's going on. And I kind of get questions from that to see if other people are going through it. So I have loved the moments that I've given the step parents that I've had on like an aha moment of like, oh shit, like it is a struggle being a step parent. I do feel left out. It was hard at one time. I am an outsider looking in for the big things because who the fuck are you to make a decision for these kids or their parents? And so I like that moment. And I guess that's just, you know, like
it's like a solidarity.
Yeah, but it's also just like a validation that like it's happening. It's not just something that I am making up in my own family circle. It's like, no, other people experience it too. So this is just what stepmoms are like. Or being a step parent is like. And so those moments are always so fun. Is there anything that you guys wanted to add about an episode or an anecdote or any specifics?
Go.
Yeah.
So there's 2 episodes that also stick out like a sore thumb in my mind. One is Melanie's episode. For those that remember, Melanie is the stepmom that has like 23 children and apparently pregnant, and she has a husband and they have a house, and she does this and she does that, and she also works. So Melanie is a cousin that I feel I don't even know if she knows this, but I've always felt overprotective of her. You're really seriously like, this is your choice, like this is really your life.
Like she's responsible for human beings that are children.
Exactly. This isn't like a temporary thing, or this isn't a phase, or this isn't just a passing. Like this is who you are. And so
day to day.
Yes. And you're happy, you're happy. And like I swore I knew her so well. And then listening to that, I'm like,
we love an unbothered queen.
Yeah, and I know that most of us, when things start to get a little crowded, or things start to get a little loud, we start to get overwhelmed, and we show those signs. We start to,
I never have seen Emily. I have never seen Melanie overwhelmed in my life.
Me neither. I've never
been surrounded by chaos.
Yeah, I've never seen her exasperated. It's crazy, and to me, and so it's just such a stark contrast from the Melanie I thought I had in my head, like where she would be or where she was going, to the Melanie that she is and how content she seems with that. It blew my mind. It made me really proud of her, really happy for her, still extremely worried for her at the same time, but also being like, what am I going to do about it? Like, I can't do anything anyway. But at the same time being like, you know what? I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. If you're happy, I'm happy for you. But that was
if you like it, I love it.
Not love it, but if you like it, I'm okay with it. But
what was the other episode?
And then the other one was Nyla. So that's another person that we all feel very protective over.
Oh my God, hearing her talk about like what she's going to college for and just like all these things.
Literally.
It's like crazy.
It's
right. In my head, I was like, go clean your room, stop.
And she sounds very, very well-rounded, happy. You could still hear like the fluffy baby in there, but you could also just hear this like woman, like she's on the cusp of becoming this like dope, powerful leader, like woman. It took me back, and it also made me feel really warm in my heart and really happy for her. And then those 2, like I said, those have to do a lot with, because they pull at my heartstrings.
Yeah, it's our family.
Exactly. But
it's our family in a different, you're looking at them in a different light, and it's like, hold on, you're your own person.
Yeah. And even all the times I've been with them and I have conversations with them, we've never had those conversations. So I also really have enjoyed listening to you and seeing you become this really awesome, well-rounded host that's able to get people to connect and open up and be vulnerable and be expressive and still keep it like light and funny, even though it could get really heavy. It's cool to you play with that. I've also seen you, carry loads and loads, to hear you, because every now and then you'll be like, oh yeah, right, because me and Ryan, or because me and Matt. And I have to remind myself like, whoa, Erica also took on a lot, and she seems so happy. And so it's outstanding, it's shocking, and it's really admirable. I'm thinking if I was that a little more disconnected from all of
an
this,
outsider,
yeah, what would be my favorite episode? And it would definitely have to be you and Becky. I think it was the very first episode where you guys were just being, or your second. It was the one where it was your first episode together. That was such a fun, lighthearted, silly, really cute, bubbly episode. And like I said, I felt like I had just, found this secret, awesome girls club that I was somehow a part of. Like I would be one of the cool girls, but I wouldn't.
You are one of the cool girls.
By just listening, by not having to like be all up in there, and I could listen and just be your friend, but you guys don't know I'm your friend. Like I think many listeners might feel that way too. Like maybe,
like it's giving eavesdrop.
Right. Like I'm your friend, but I mean, I don't know, eavesdrop, like more like I'm your friend. Like I feel like I'm welcomed. You're opening up so much and bringing in your family and letting me.
It's almost like when you go to like your cool older cousin's house and they're like, you can sit in here while we talk.
Yes, that's a great yes. Just like
Erica
that.
is very good at that. I'm literally gonna piggyback off of what you just said because it connects for me to earlier about like the friend groups. You are that person, and like even when I'm like, oh my god, like that's hard for me, like it overwhelms me or whatever, I can look at you for that type of stuff. You make that stuff very easy and you make it flow very well, and that is how you do people. That's how you do this podcast. That's how you do your life. That's how you do your friends. That's how you do your family. You want to talk to everyone. And like we say, like you love an origin story. It's because you love people and it's because you love knowing and connecting. So why not have a podcast about connecting with people that go through something like you, like being a step parent? Why not connect friend groups when it's like, oh my God, Nina and Aisha love hibachi. Let's meet Ashley and whoever. They love hibachi too.
No, exactly.
Like, that's what you do. And that is, I think, a huge part of your love language.
Well, I didn't mean for this to be a love fest.
Shut up.
Pero I loving.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Fans, we love you.
So we need to get going soon because it's almost time for the Media Virus podcast. But let's leave the girlies. The other person.
That Tempest and the ghoulies, whoever.
So let's leave something for the girlies. So you guys, this is the end of the season. It's May 10th when this episode comes out. We did a run. November 17th was our first episode, and this one is our last one for the season. We will be back sometime.
Yeah, you did it!
You did it, Joe. We're gonna come back sometime in July.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're taking vacation, guys.
Who gave you permission? I don't get it.
Hello?
That's a long time.
Come to my office. Yeah.
What are we supposed to do? Re-listen?
Yeah.
Oh. We'll put new questions.
I will. I can do that actually. I can put new questions.
Because of this.
Okay, it's reruns. It's rerun season.
So
we'll be back sometime in July, but let's talk about the summer because for me, I'm going on vacation early June. So I'm going to Nyla's graduation. That's what my vacation is. I'm taking 7 entire days off. I'm doing Thursday to Wednesday. But mostly I look forward to saving money this summer. I'm going to continue to eat more mindfully, but even more mindfully with the Whole30 challenge.
You've been doing a great job at eating mindfully because you and I talk about food like every day in our chat with like Ruthie and Melanie and Aisha and everything. Yay. You have been doing wonderfully.
Thanks.
You and Ruthie both. Ruthie's also like killing it.
Yeah, Ruthie's Aisha's mom, you guys.
A lot of weight.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of her. So inspiring. You should see
you
guys. Health is so dope.
It really is.
It really is.
Bounces on a trampoline next to her bed.
I want a trampoline and I want an infinity loop too.
Oh my God, fun. Mama Cookie has one on TikTok.
Wait, what's an infinity loop?
It's like a hula hoop, but it's tight to your body. And then there's a string with a ball at the end of it. And you have to like hula hoop to make the string go in a circle around your body. It's like on a track. It's like on a track.
No.
I'll send you a link.
I'm going to Google that right now.
Do it. Just to jump off of like health and wellness, my farm is up and running.
Your farm. What do you have going on?
We have lettuce. We have Brussels sprouts. We have we have cucumber. We have termites.
Erica, who hates tomatoes.
I fucking hate tomatoes.
Good. Cherry tomatoes. What?
I'll throw up right now. Stop
it. Then why are you planting them? Who likes them in your house?
Everybody else.
Oh, well,
My
okay.
parents, Matt's parents.
Oh, a little crisp
Um,
outside, pop in the inside.
I'll throw up. The pop on the inside is the part that's
Throw up in my hand. I'll scoop it right
disgusting.
so good.
We have something called the Battle of St. Andrew.
Oh, I can't fucking wait, bitch.
Speaking of mixing friend groups,
What?
Becky hosts a like family field day.
Wait, how long after or before Nyla's graduation is Becky's family thing that I'm gonna like crash?
I think we didn't confirm, but she wanted to do a Christmas in July theme this year. So I said maybe the second week of July. The second weekend. So it's about a month.
Oh, okay. So I would have to go out there and stay like a whole month. So this infinity hoop thing looks like a cat toy. So it's kind of like you got stuck in a cat toy.
You have to like move your
slapping yourself with the ball.
No, it's going around your body.
Why?
It's
so your
cardio.
whole is like a water balloon attached, and you have to keep it up in the air. Okay.
It's on a track that moves around your body.
I like it.
If you like it, I'll tolerate it. So the Battle of St. Andrew's a field day. We do different competitions. We did red light, green light. We had a trivia moment. We did the one where there's like a water bottle. You're facing a person and there's a water bottle and it's like head, shoulders, knees, toes, water bottle. And you have to like follow what it says. So there was something like that. So we're going to do that sometime in July. There'll be photos of that. I will post. There's so much content I need to post with this episode so people can catch up. But I will post the video of last year's Battle of St. Andrews.
Yes,
because it's a good one.
I also so fun.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go. Do we watch what?
The Circle.
No.
Okay, never mind. Yes, so the Battle of St. Andrews sounds like fun.
So Aisha, please visit so you can come to that.
I feel like we're wrapping up. Okay.
We're definitely wrapping up.
Aisha's brain is turning into like mashed potatoes.
Mush. I'm out.
But yeah, so this summer's going to be great. We'll be here midsummer. You can listen to me on the beach. You can listen to me when you guys are on vacation. Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for listening, Aisha and Nina.
I'm so excited to be on the finale episode. This is so fun.
Thank you to everyone who made it happen. We're so appreciative. Thank you for listening. Please don't stop till you don't stop. And listen, there's going to be a moment, Erica, seriously, where your show is going to be the show and your name is going to be like one of those names that mad people know. And
Roxy Hart.
Oh, I wish.
Like on season 14 and then recapping season 1, season 2 and being like all the cringe moments or this moment or that.
Oh my God, hold on. Just you said cringe moment. The cringe moment, the rose and thorn. My thorn is the evolution of the sound quality of this podcast.
Oh my God, evolution, the radio in Boston, Erica.
Yeah, I think it was like 93.7 evolution. 1013 or something. So yeah, the evolution of the sound quality of this podcast. I'm sorry if you're just getting into it. You're listening to episode 1 and you're like, whoa, wow. And then it just gets worse. I'm sorry that happened. And I'm sorry that it took whatever episode for me to use my husband's entire studio that's in our house instead of just using my cell phone and talking to a pillow. We thank you. We thank you for that.
Also, 2024 is the year of authenticity, and everyone is looking for a real thing. Nobody wants fake anymore. Yeah. Also, celebrities are dead. Like, celebrity worship is dead. We're not looking for that either. We just want real connections. We want relatability. We want this. So don't drop also what got you famous.
Okay, well, we're keeping the sound quality.
The closing of this episode reminds me of Hispanic households, like Hispanic moms when they're saying goodbye and they kiss each other in the kitchen. And they're like, okay, bye. And the whole family says bye. And then they walk to the living room and they're like, oh, remember like the other day? And kiss each other again. Then they're outside.
And then at the door.
And like literally
and then at the
car. And they're like hanging by the side of the car being like, Nina. And then this time he said, Nina. And you're in the back like, oh my God, can we just go home?
No, literally that's me and my mom. We said that on another episode. I know we did. It was like the goodbye from the car. You guys, thank you for listening. If you like us, then share us with your friends because probably they'll like us too. Please follow us on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and we're now on YouTube. If you're looking for Nina, you're looking on Instagram for Captain Hummus. And if you're looking for Aisha, you're looking for incense_coconut.
What?
Bye.
Love you.